The aim of this loadout is to get started on a budget without renting any piece of equipment. This is for the newer players who may have rented before and are ready for a loadout to call their own. The theme today is AR platform CQB AEGs. No surprise there, just like the compact crossover SUV, it's not for everyone, but it's by far the most popular segment. In future videos, we're also going to do higher budgets, different platforms, as well as gas loadouts. After working and reworking the loadout, our shopping list came out to $301.55 Canadian before tax. Now, orders above $300 qualify for free shipping, which is why I wanted this loadout to be just above $300. Now, the tax rate does vary province to province. Here in Ontario, it's 1.13, making the grand total $340.75. Before you go, well, I can get a full metal AEG for $300. Don't forget, this is everything you need to get started, down to a CQB spring and a barrel cover. As far as the gun goes, after much debate and consideration, we finally settled on the Lancer LT02B G2. Now, a couple important factors had to be considered, the value being the most important factor. Now, Falcon, G&G, and Lancer were all in the running, but in the end, the Lancer had a slightly better value and the all-important quick change spring, but more on that in a sec. Now, Lancer's older models, like this one, is certainly a budget machine. They just felt really lightweight, really creaky, and just sounded hollow. Honestly, I don't think this one would have made it to the list. But their newer G2 line is certainly a big improvement. They used much thicker polymers, more metal parts, and improved the internals with a rotary hop-up and that quick change spring. The weight of the new G2 was increased by half a kilogram, coming in at 2.23 kilograms or 4.9 pounds. It certainly feels much better in the hands. Another big plus is the gun actually comes with a decent quality battery and wall charger with auto cutoff. Now, a smart charger would still be something to buy further down the road, but the 9.6 volt 1600 milliamp hour battery is good enough to get you started. Rate of fire was 15 rounds per second at 390 feet per second, which is not bad at all. Any of the other G2 models will have the same internals, but we went with this LT02B for its shorter barrel, rail system, and the included vertical grip. Now, if you're looking for a longer barrel, we do have the LT04B for the same price. And if rails aren't that important to you, we also have the LT01B for $10 less. Back to that all-important quick change spring. This gun shoots about 380 to 390 feet per second with .2s out of the box, making it a little bit too high for most indoor fields. Now, with most guns, you're gonna have to leave it with a tech for a little while and pay $40 to get your spring changed. With this one, you can do it yourself in about 5 minutes, and here's how to do it. To start, pull down the stock adjustment pin and slide off the stock. You're gonna need a number 2 Phillips head that can reach into the buffer tube. Look in the garage, you probably have one. Underneath the buffer tube, you'll find an Allen key slot. That's your spring guide. Push it in and turn to release the spring. In a pinch, a screwdriver will work instead of an Allen key. Swap in your new one, looser coils forward, and make sure the spring guide is locked in. Install the buffer tube and the stock, and you are done. This is also really convenient to switch between indoor and outdoor FPS. The spring you'll want to pick up is either the SHS M90 or the M100. With the M90, we're hitting about 320 to 340 feet per second, and with the M100, we're getting about 370 to 380. So it depends on what your local field limit is. Next up is ammunition. The Lancer actually comes with some .28 bio BBs, which is a first, but you're gonna need some non-bios, either .25 or 2.8 to run indoors. Check out our BB guide video for more info. We chose Crytac .25 ammo, which is definitely a staff favorite. It's the same price as other brands, but you do get 1,000 less shots. I would always go with a more premium brand of ammo, as BBs aren't really that expensive anyways, and the quality level does make a big difference for accuracy and consistency. As far as magazine goes, the Lancer does come with a standard 300 round high cap. If you're confused about magazine types, check out our magazine guide video. Unless you like mag tickling, which if you do, I'm not gonna judge, you're gonna want some mid caps along with a speed loader to load them. We went with a pair of APS metal mid caps. These hold 150 rounds and retail for $11.95. Now they fit into the Lancer really well with not too much play at all, and they drop free smoothly. Along with that high cap mag, that's a total of 600 rounds, which is more than enough to get you started. Next on the list is a barrel cover. It might not seem that important until you realize they're mandatory at all fields. These Toronto Airsoft X Siege ones just came in, and they do fit over suppressors as well. Available in red or green for $7.95. Don't forget to conceal your rifle when you're transporting to and from the field. A gun bag is ideal, but the box that your gun came in will work as a start. Don't forget, if there's gun graphics on the box, try to cover it up with some tape or a plastic bag. For eye pro, we settled on the Falcon Tango goggles with 3 different colored lenses, RX inserts, as well as carrying case for $35, making it a pretty good value. If you got the extra dough, I would spring for the thermal version of these goggles, but these ones will do you just fine. For face and teeth protection, we're going with a standard metal mesh mask, which is pretty easy to bend and conform for your own fitment. As a final touch, we added one fog type wipe at $2, bringing us just over $300. Now, you can wipe these on the inside of your goggles before a match for some anti-fog goodness. All right, now let's go through some items you probably already have at home. First off, grab an old gym bag or a nice big backpack to store all of your gear. Next up, you're going to want to wear some shoes with good ankle support. Sprained ankles are possibly the most common airsoft injury. Wear comfortable, breathable clothing. Try to find pants with big cargo pockets to hold your mags for now. You're also going to want an old red t-shirt or an old red rag to use as a kill rag. If you have some gloves, wear them. Finger shots are the worst. Try to bring an extra set of clothes for after the game. People are always surprised how much airsoft can actually make you sweat. It's a good idea to bring some water as well as snacks to keep your energy levels up. Finally, bring a lock with you. Most fields will have lockable storage boxes. The airsoft community is generally pretty good, but it's better to be safe than to lose your stuff to some sticky fingers. All right, there you have it, a budget build that includes everything you need to get started. The first thing I would invest in is more batteries and a smart charger. I would actually hold off on getting a red dot sight and try to get good with the iron sights. If you can compete with iron sights, you'll be that much better with a red dot sight. As always, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more content, and we'll catch you on the next one.